Coming to you from the back room of your parents' favorite porn store, it is Cursory Overload.
You're listening to Cursory Overload.
And we are in this motherfucker.
What up, everybody? How are we doing today?
Thank you, motherfuckers, motherfuckerettes, for joining us. This is another episode of Cursory Overload. We're a little behind on our schedule. I don't know, we've been, if it's not one thing, it's another. But here we are.
We are back.
We are back. It's been fucked up 2021 already.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for 2022. I can tell you that.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think we kind of brought it on ourselves, though. Our last episode, we were talking about how 2020 was like, oh, there, I got these motherfuckers. And 21 came in and said, bitch, hold my beer. And
I don't think we brought it upon ourselves. I just think we were just stating the obvious. I mean, you know, we had good 5 days. Next thing you know, hold my motherfucking beer. Shit breaks loose in DC. And like I said, well, looks like all that settled down a bit. And then, of course, we had...
Yes and no. It settled down a little, but the battle now is within the people that are working there. That battle's getting really bad. You know,
yeah.
We're supposed to be trying to come together as a country and fucking move past the last 4 or 8 or however many years you want to take it back. We're supposed to be moving forward, and instead of that, I see a whole lot of people in the community wanting to move forward and wanting to come together, but I'm not seeing it from the people that we have elected on both sides of the aisle. I am not seeing it from them. They're the ones causing fucking problems.
You want to unify people? What you need is a Reddit account.
Thank you.
A fucking Reddit account. I don't know if you've been well, of course you've been paying attention. I mean, it's been all over the fucking news. This motherfuckers on Reddit riled everyone up to rebel against Wall Street.
And good for them.
And you know, basically it's like a real live version of Trading Places, you know. The Reddit guys are Valentine and Winthorpe, and the hedge funds are the Dukes. And basically, Valentine and Winthorpe fuck the Dukes.
Right in the ass with no Vaseline. And worse yet, they did it in front of everybody to see.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't do it behind closed doors, and so, you know.
Well, the thing is,
hedge funds,
if you're not into investing, you're going like, what the fuck's going on? What's the big deal? But basically, I guess the hedge fund was short selling the shitload out of GameStop's stock. Now, you familiar with short selling?
Yeah, it's where they value. They speculate the value of a stock or a company's stock to be very, very low.
Or basically, what they do
to get low.
What they do basically, let me put it in. I don't know. Let me put it in our 9-year-old terms. Basically, is they borrowed $10 from somebody that had $10, right? Or 10 stocks, and those stocks were $1 each. Now, these motherfuckers were betting that those stocks were going to go down. So the idea behind that is they buy them, they sell them, and then they wait for the stock to go down, which they do everything in their fucking power to bring it down, you know, to bring the price of the stock down.
Even going on television and telling people to dump the stock because it's going down.
Something like that, yes. So basically the idea is that they want that stock that they sold for $1 to go down to about, I don't know, 50, 30, or 40, 50 cents so that they can come back. But let's say it goes down to 30 cents. They come back and they buy the stocks again for now 30 cents each. And then they repay them and they pocket the difference. That's how they, short sell the fuck out of stocks. Well,
right.
somehow
a prime example of what's going on is there's a financial speculator who went on one of the news programs,
Yeah.
and it's not a left or a right. This happens on every fucking channel. They do this shit, and they've been doing this shit for a long time, years and years. They've been doing this shit. They'll come onto these financial shows, and they'll tell people, hey, a prime example is. A guy came in and said, this one particular hotel company is going down the shitter. Because of the pandemic, they're going down. They can't hold on. It's going to zero. You need to get rid of everything. And then right before he came on and said this, another guy had came on and said that because of the pandemic, the entire stock market's going down, and went on a half-hour rant and scaring the shit out of everybody.
Well, yeah, so
now there's other
people freaking out.
That's what they do.
So the people start selling it. Yeah, the stock price goes down, and then they come in and they cash in on it. Basically, they buy the stock dirt cheap. They return the stocks they basically borrowed, and they pocket the difference. But somehow these motherfuckers in Reddit, they found out. I guess there's a report which one of the companies already is saying that they're no longer going to issue a report on whatever they're short selling. They've learned from this. But what I'm saying is these motherfuckers found out what they were doing, so they riled up everybody that's using Robinhood app, Webull app. There's a whole bunch of other little apps that you can buy stock. I believe even Cash App, you can buy stocks. So on Reddit, Facebook, they were all over the fucking place getting people to buy the stock. And the idea is you buy the stock, you hold it, and now these motherfuckers are sitting there. Well, obviously, first of all, when they started buying the stock, the stock price went up. And I know because I was trying to get in, but by the time I got a whiff of it, Robinhood had already placed they did something.
Hold on it.
A hold, which is it's kind of fucked up. That is
suspended. They suspended.
They suspended
when they. Yeah, when they saw all this going on, they said, "Oh fuck, we don't have the money to cover this what's going to happen." Okay, so
part of it was that, and part of it is basically they, big money started whining and bitching and saying, "Hey, come on."
Well, there were several hedge funds that had to take loans out from other hedge funds to cover this. And it's not just GameStop, and GameStop's catching a lot of flack over it. There's over 100 different stocks or companies that they're doing this to. Well, and what essentially what they're doing is they're doing the same thing these multi-billionaires have been doing for a long time. They're doing it themselves.
Yeah. Now, and the funny thing is that there's some people there among those. There were some billionaires that got involved, like Mark Cuban, Elon Musk. I mean, they tried to short sell the fuck out of Tesla a few years back. So Elon Musk had like a personal little vendetta there with the hedge fund. So he, I guess he got on Twitter, and obviously, that motherfucker farts, and the stock market goes up or down.
Right.
So
come on, he smoked a joint with Joe Rogan, and the stock market felt it.
Actually, that's I think that's how the whole Dogecoin thing got started, where he was smoking a joint with Joe Rogan, and he's like, "Let's see if I can get Dogecoin as high as I am right now."
I love him. I love that guy.
Yeah.
No, but and then so all these different hedge funds started having to take loans out to cover the cost of that these people were making off of GameStop and these other companies. Well, Robinhood, among other apps, in a desperate attempt to stop this from happening, they suspended all, like, you could sell your stock in GameStop, but you couldn't buy any more.
Yeah.
So which there's a lot of talk about investigations happening on that, saying that was not cool, basically not cool. I don't know if it was illegal, but I think it's teetering right on that edge.
Well, actually, yes and no. I mean, it didn't have to be the way they did it, but I mean, they were covering their ass too, though, because, a lot of people were buying those stocks on a margin, which
Right.
at the end of the day, if they can't pay that up, they're stuck with the bill.
Yep.
So anyway,
I mean, there was talk about people like I heard in particular dumped $700,000 into GameStop stock,
yep.
and he's walking away like a billionaire because of it. I mean, you're talking about a stock that went from no higher than $5 ever, and as big as GameStop once was, the stock was never over $5.
It was $6
up to $500.
It would hit 500, then it dropped down to 300. I started paying attention when it was like, it was going up. It hit the 70s, then it hit 120, then it went to 200, then it came back down, and I was like, shit. I wish I would. Man, if I would have bought one, that would have helped me out somewhat, because
Right.
But anyway, like I said, it is what it is. They fucked the hedge funds in this, and part of me is like, yeah, good. It's about time these motherfuckers get a taste of their own medicine. But there's,
it goes to show, there's going to be a downside to this.
Oh, there is a
really
downside.
is.
There is. That's the bad thing. While you could see these motherfuckers as heroes who fucked the system, there's another thing that these motherfuckers, in order to pay those debts to cover the stock, they're going to borrow and sell stock from the other indexes and funds where I'm pretty sure my 401k is involved. So all the stock in my fucking 401k, your mama's 401k, and other people's 401ks is probably gonna go the fuck down because of this little bullshit.
There's a good chance.
There's a good chance. Yeah, it's a big possibility.
But at the same time, this is the same shit that's been going on that these ultra elite rich people have been doing for fucking years. This is nothing different.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
the only big difference is that this time they can't control who's getting the money.
Well, yeah, but obviously you have to understand that still the ones that are making off like bandits are the people that had money to invest. I mean, you and me that probably bought one stock or whatever, come on. $300 is not gonna take us to the next level. I mean,
Right.
But I mean, so in our reality, the people that got, a lot of people probably leveled up, which it's kind of good. Like I said, I'm happy about it. But at the same time, the ones that really leveled up, they already had money to begin with.
Right.
It's probably some kid that was mad at his daddy because the lousy things he's got to do for the fucking miserable 750,000 a week he gets. So he figured, daddy's invested there. I'm gonna fuck him over.
I think this is going to lend to a much broader, deeper situation from happening. I think what this shows is that this has shown even more evidence to the do as I say, not as I do idea that's been going on.
Well,
I mean, you can see it. All these politicians are telling you to stay at home and wear your mask and and don't go out and social distance, or go out in places and whatnot. And time again, we're seeing the same people making these rules, breaking them damn selves. And I think that's what if you were to look at this in a much broader picture, I think this is yet again another cornerstone as in the whole puzzle of the elite doing what they want. And anybody can do it as long as the poor people don't do it. If the poor people figure out what the scheme is and how to do it, now we got to change things.
Well, you see, there's a big difference. We go to public school where they try to teach us the golden rule. Do to others as you would have them do unto you. But these motherfuckers go to boarding school where they teach them that he who has the gold makes the rules.
And that's right. And the peasants can't get no gold because then they make rules. I really, I don't know, real deep down, I just feel like this is the beginning of a major shift in the way we as Americans view everything. I'm really thinking that, man, we're in some really crazy times. We thought the coronavirus our change. You know, the pandemic was changing the things that we had seen, and it has. But I think
It has.